Hey, what's going on, everyone? Do you recognize this voice? I hope you still do. I hope you still can. Uh, if you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Arys Déjan, and I am the host, creator, and producer of the Who and How Club. So if you're a first-time listener, I want to welcome you to this club. And if you're a returning listener, supporter, audience member, whatever, I want to welcome you back. Now, I won't bore you with all of the details of where I've been, what I've been up to behind the scenes, because who wants to do that? I'd rather show you. I'd rather present things to you in a more creative way. And I just want you to watch and bask in this creativity of mine. So I won't bore you with the details. The last episode that I released was back in August, and that was a guest episode. There's so much going on. There's so many things going on. And today we're just going to focus on the present and the near future. I got a big announcement to make today, and that's really what I want to touch base with all of you about. But I do miss you. I miss all of you. I hope you missed me as well. And let's bask in this creativity together and just return to the space that we've created together. Yeah, I'm sitting here speaking to myself, with myself out loud, but I know someone's going to watch this, someone's going to listen to this and get inspired and be happy to hear my voice. And I'm just going to be really happy to see the love and support. Because everyone's been asking me, hey, when's the next episode coming out? What do you got going on? What do you got cooking? And I do my best to try not to announce anything until things are solidified. And I also like to give little hints. I'll say, hey, keep a lookout for tomorrow. Something's coming out. And I might do it the day after I said, just because, you can't let them know your next move. You got to throw them off a bit, throw them off the trail. Keep them waiting and craving, so to speak. So I'm just really grateful to be here and still be here to see my baby grow. And by baby, I mean, this platform, this movement that I've created, the Who and How Club. So a lot of a lot of us, there's no worries about how am I going to feel coming back to the space? Will I be thrown off? Will I know how to do this? But this is innate. This is just in me. I'm bred to do this. I'm born to do this. So I'm so happy to just hear my own voice, and to bring you some brand new content to hopefully inspire you. So, you know the slogan. If you know, you know. You are the Who and How Club. I am the Who and How Club, and we are the Who's and How's of this world. Without you, without me, there is no we. So while we're here on this on this planet, in this space together, why don't we collaborate? Why don't we pick each other's brains? Why don't we create together and just bring some ideas to life? Help each other, and push each other to do better, to be greater, to turn things into reality. We dream a lot, we have thoughts and ideas, but a lot of people don't know how to bring things into this reality, to see it in front of them in the flesh, to hold something, to feel it, to make something tangible. So let's inspire one another to do so this year. It's 2023, it's February 19th. It's Black History Month. Valentine's Day just passed. We have Family Day happening this long weekend. So let's enjoy life. Let's just live. Let's just do what we really want to do and push ourselves, whether that's to be around family more, whether that's to be a better partner in the relationship that you're in, or, like I said earlier, to bring that idea that you've had for so long in your brain to life. So once again, I'm not going to bore you with any details. I'm here. I'm back. You're here with me. We're here together. This is an inclusive, exclusive space, members only kind of thing, but we welcome everyone as long as you're real and you're true and you're willing to be open and have some dialogue with me. I have so many episodes still in the pocket, ready to give to all of you, and I'm excited to get these episodes out this year. And but I got some new stuff coming, new people that I'm going to be sitting with, and new ways of giving you this content with filming and everything. I'm really in my independence bag right now, my entrepreneurship stuff. So I have a lot of announcements to make in the coming weeks. Today, we're going to start with one big one because it's on its way, and this is something that you all can join in on. So one big announcement. Let's get the drum roll, please. No. See, I'm rusty. Do I got the drum roll ready? Hold on. Nope. I got the hand claps, the laughter, the rim shot, and let me see if I could get a drum roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen, big announcement for today on Sunday, February 19th. And in exactly 6 days, the Who and How Club will be present at Podcamp Toronto 2023. So let's get some hand claps for that. That is happening next Saturday. Yeah. It's been a long time coming with Podcamp Toronto because... Hold on, let's get some more hand claps. It feels so good to be back. Woo! All right, that's enough. Now, those hand claps are not just for me. Those hand claps are also for Podcamp and the team over there, because we all know we're finally coming out of this pandemic energy, this state of, just like shut down. Everything that was running beforehand had to shut down, had to put, have a big pause and couldn't continue with its mission. But we're at a stage of life right now where we can bring our mission back to the forefront and continue to pursue our platforms and present it to the world and invite people back into our ideas and stuff like that. So, of course, Podcamp was a victim of the whole pandemic, but they're back. And I like to say we're back because I have a special connection to Podcamp. For those who have listened before, even the last time I attended this conference, which was back in 2020, right before the pandemic hit, I was a speaker at that event that year. But the year prior to that, I attended Podcamp as just like a patron. I was an attendee. It was way before I even started my podcast, and came up with a name for my show. I attended Podcamp as an attendee, and I was like a sponge, just soaking everything up and connecting with people. And I was in the big room with CBC as they presented. So I was there so green and so excited to just immerse myself into this podcasting community and this creator community. And I would have never thought that, that the following year I would have been a presenter in the same room as CBC presented in the year before, where I was an attendee. So it was like everything came full circle, and I felt like it was the beginning of something great. But of course, the pandemic hit, so Podcamp didn't continue or couldn't continue. But now they are back, and I'm back as a presenter this year for Podcamp 2023. So I just wanted to announce that and share that with all of you, because I want all of you who are starting out. Actually, you know what? It doesn't really matter what stage of creativity you're at. If you want to start a project, bring a project to life, you want to just learn about this community, the podcast community that is, this is a great conference for you to be at. This is a place where you're going to be able to rub shoulders, shake hands, maybe even kiss some babies, and just like learn. You could be a sponge just like I was, and I'm still a sponge. I'm still learning. But because of Podcamp, my show has been able to go to different heights that in such a short period of time with not many episodes. I have sponsorship. I've been nominated for things, and I've been like, it's just really great to create, and it's really great to be around other creators and people that are in the business, that are in the field, that you could connect with and learn from. So attend Podcamp. If you don't know anything about podcasting, Podcamp Toronto is a great way to start. If you've hit some sort of wall in your creativity, Podcamp is a great place to come through and get inspired once again, and to get new ideas and get your brain going again, get the train going again. So I will be there next Saturday. That's February 25th, Podcamp Toronto 2023. Congrats to them being back. I'm happy to be back. And that is happening at TMU, the newly named university downtown, Toronto Metropolitan University. We're not going to acknowledge the old name. We're just going to keep it at TMU for now. So we're going to be at TMU next Saturday, February 25th, at TMU. If you're here in Toronto, come through. Just come through. My session will be running at 12 p.m. and I'll be in room 162. I don't know if that's the big room, but I'm fine if it's not, because I've conquered the playing field already. So whatever room Podcamp has placed me in this year, I'm just happy to be there and happy for this opportunity. I thank them. Shout out to John and Lily from the team. I appreciate you guys, thinking of me and bringing me back. And I'm just happy for you guys, and I'm excited for the mixer and all of that jazz. Like having so many creators under one roof is just inspiring in itself. So to create a platform that'll allow that to happen is a big thing. Now, if you want to know what my session is going to be about, the title of it is called Giving Birth to Your Show/Project, aka Your Baby. So you're going to come and join my session. We're going to circle up. We're going to do something really deep. It's not just going to be me speak. It's not about me. It's not about me anymore. Like I'm doing this for others. I want to give. I want to create for others and inspire. And I'm learning from all of you as well. Leaders know how to lead, but leaders know how to follow just as much. And a great leader knows how to follow. So I'm really there to learn from people attending the session as well. I'm not just there to teach or to preach. I'm going to present myself, let them know why I'm here, what qualifies me to be here. But I want to pick the brains of the people that will be in attendance in my session, to find out where they're at on their creative journey and how I can help them and support them, and how they can support themselves and help themselves. So that's what my session is about, looking at your creation as a baby and using that as an analogy to see the different stages of when you give birth to a project or a show, aka your baby, and understanding how to be a parent to that. You know what I mean? Watching your child/creation grow. It's like the stages of an actual child, the infancy, the teenager stage, they're all the rebellious stage, the stage where you just have to take a step back and not be so helicopterish and just watch your child grow on its own, and not have these major expectations. But there are times where you will have to have expectations of not only your child, but of yourself as a parent/creator. So I have this whole analogy thing that we're going to present. We're going to talk. We're going to smile. We're going to laugh. We're going to share. So once again, join me next Saturday at TMU. If you're in the city of Toronto, come to the Toronto Metropolitan University. The Podcamp event, I think it starts at 10 a.m. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but look at this. Look the schedule up. I'm going to share the links in the bio of this episode today. And you'll be able to check the schedule and get your tickets ready. It is a free event as well. So, get yourself a Podcamp shirt, all of that jazz. You'll get the links in the bio and in the description of this show /episode. So if you need all of the details, so you don't have to rewind this episode, just look in the description. You'll get the schedule, the location, where to get your tickets. And if you want to buy some merch as well, which I would highly suggest, I got my Podcamp shirt. I'm probably going to rock that too. And I'm also going to, shout out Captivate, because I'm going to get to meet my guy over there from Captivate, Danny. Danny let me know that he's coming through. And, majority of the Captivate team, they're in the UK. So Danny's in the city. And he's been a great help. Captivate's another platform that I've shown a lot of appreciation for, because they've supported me and given me some answers to mind-boggling questions that I've had, and they've been really supportive. And their community, if you have a podcast, they're not asking me to promote them at all. Neither is Podcamp. I'm just showing love to people who have shown me love. But if I chose Captivate, as my podcast host, because I just like how they've set it up, and it's just very I just love them over there, and the community and the Facebook community that they created. It's the best that I've ever seen, and it works for me. So look Captivate up. Danny, if you're listening, I'm excited to finally meet you in the flesh. We've spoken online numerous times, so I'll see you next week as well. Hope to see all of you listeners and supporters next Saturday. If you can't come to the actual conference, and it runs the whole weekend, by the way. So if you don't make it the Saturday, there's a full schedule for Sunday as well. We have an event on the Friday, and I say we, but I just feel like I'm a part of this Podcamp family anyway. So I'm excited to just see these folks in person once again. And 2023 is already looking up. I hope you all are, having a positive start to your year. Even if you aren't, stay focused. Remember that, this too shall pass. And if you're going through some sort of struggle or challenge, take a moment and think about the challenges you've already made it through or made it out of. You know what I'm saying? If you hear some noise right now, we got Apollo in the background. That's my Basenji. And I just put him in the crate for a quick second so he's not running around and making noise. But that probably won't stop him. But for those who listen or have listened, they know that as soon as I start the podcast, it's like Apollo, he wants to make as much noise as possible. But we're going to go for a nice walk. It's Sunday. I got church, so I'm going to leave you with just this message that just remember all of the things you've already made it through. Challenges and roadblocks and stuff, they don't stop. You don't get to a point in life where freedom, no more, remember, steel sharpens steel. So you're only going to become greater in each challenge that you face. And I know sometimes when we're in it, it's difficult. We don't want this. It's like, can we get a break, universe? Can we haven't I been through enough already? You know what I mean? And I know how that feels. I can relate to that sentiment, but we just need to remind ourselves how strong we really are because we made it through so much already. You know what I'm saying? So we can make it through this. So if you're New Year, quote unquote, the whole New Year's resolution thing hasn't been going your way, if it hasn't started on a high the way you expected it to, it's fine. Time is man-made. Just roll with the punches, roll with the vibes, roll with the process. And I guarantee you're going to make it out because you've made it out before. And just remember that I'm with you as well. I've been there. I'm in there. And I could have 1,000 announcements and things to announce to you all and new ventures and new positive things going on, but that's not going to prevent some sort of challenge making its way to me in my process. And I have to learn how to navigate through that. And that's what you have to do as well, because you've been through so many challenges. When a new challenge comes up, you should have more tools and more weapons and more ways of navigating through this new challenge because you've been through some challenges before and you gain new skills. It's like a video game. Each level, you got that new weapon that you got from the last level with you still in your inventory, and you got more life now. So things won't affect you the way they might have affected you the first time that this specific challenge happened, if it's a repeating one or if it's a new version of a repeating one, Some challenges repeat themselves. They come in new forms, new versions, but it's like you got to be able to acknowledge it and recognize it. Like, I've seen this before. I know exactly how to deal with this because I've dealt with it and I made it out before. So I will be able to do that again. So that's the message I want to leave to you, leave with you. Therapy's been going good. I've been on my journey. Let's do a little BetterHelp read, in fact. Yeah, let's do a BetterHelp read, because they're the sponsor of our show. We've gained a couple sponsorships and ambassadorships. But BetterHelp is the mainstay for our platform. And I say ours because this is ours. This is not just mine. It's not just yours. It's ours. Without you, without me, there is no we. You know what I'm saying? And in the sharing of my journey to therapy, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that my journey in therapy has been shared because, last year, I'm coming up on 2 years of therapy, for the first time in my life. I've had a psychologist. Now I have a psychotherapist. So I'm kind of easing off of, I'm just learning new things with different individuals and different practices and stuff like that. So in my journey to therapy, I felt like it was important to share that with all of you because I want to inspire, especially the males out there. You know what I'm saying? Those who have been kind of scared to share their journeys or even to start their journeys. I want to show them that you could do it too. And there's no shame in starting therapy. You know what I mean? Like you can work on your life. You can get additional support from people who you don't know. People who are not a part of your inner circle, people who aren't your family or your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like you could really learn through this experience. Where are my reads? Hold on. All right. I couldn't find my reads. I couldn't find my reads in my folder, so we'll read it off of the online submission. But either way, I think it's time for people to try, just to try therapy. You know what I mean? Try it. Don't be shy. Don't, mental health is a big topic in the space right now, especially in the podcast space. So I think it's something that you should try. I've tried it and it's helped me. It's helped me gain perspective. It's helped me open my eyes to different things and to face certain fears that I didn't even know I had. So I'm building myself up. I feel like I can't even be in a relationship before I deal with certain things about myself. You want to learn how to love yourself. You want to get clear of any obstruction, any barriers or sort of blocks that you've had on yourself, whether spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Therapy can help with that. So that's a tool that you can use. So this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and this podcast is the Who and How Club. Without a healthy mind, being truly happy and at peace is hard. The good news is therapy works. But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help. Or maybe you're feeling insecure in relationships or at work, not dealing well with stress even. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Join the millions of people who are seeing what online therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. The Who and How Club is sponsored by BetterHelp, and the Who and How Club listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/whohow. Once again, that's betterhelp.com/whohow. So we're going to share the link in the description. You just click the link. It'll take you straight to our page so you could get a discount on your journey to therapy, just like I have. So once again, that's betterhelp.com/whohow. And all of the Who and How Club listeners will get 10% off once you sign up with BetterHelp. I got church, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beasts and ghouls. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you so much for still wanting me to provide you with things. You don't know how many times I get messages and people like, hey, where's the show? Where's the podcast? What do you got going on? Et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, we're back, baby. We're back. But we never left either. It just took a little break. That's all. And, make sure you join us at Podcamp Toronto next Saturday, because it's going to be the first time I introduce something really big, another announcement. And you'll get that in person. So I'm excited to share this new thing that I got going on. And people who are joining Podcamp next week in my session, they'll be able to get this information firsthand and get first dibs on this thing that I've created and that I'm going to introduce and announce at the session next Saturday. So just look in the description, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see the links to whatever we've spoken about today. We are 27 minutes in, or about that. Sorry. And it's time. It's time. All right. So love you all. Stay safe. Be positive. Be healthy. And we'll talk soon. You know the slogan, you are the Who and How Club. I am the Who and How Club. And we are the Who and Hows of this world. Without you, without me, there is no we. And I've been your host today, Arys Déjan, checking out. We'll touch base in a week. 1. Oh, and I'll see you at Podcamp. Make sure you come. Because I want to meet all of my listeners in person. So, yeah. Love y'all. Bye.